Every day we stray further and further from the Lord. I'm not even religious, 100% irony, but I do remember when I was younger, I put off driving for like ever. I didn't actually get my learner's permit until I was 18. I guess after watching Final Destination 2, a part in my brain thought that if I ever started driving and I got distracted for even a single second and I looked away, I would ram into the back of another car, and then I would cause a massive car collision that would result in hundreds of deaths, and that would all be on my shoulders, and all the people in my car would die alongside with me. Obviously the anxiety was very strong there, because that's not the case at all. I eventually got my learner's permit and then got my driver's license, and I have had several jobs where I've had to actually drive as a part of, you know, being an employee there. It's honestly never been for me personally, because it's very hard for me to like pay attention for long periods of time. I need to be like engaged, or I quite literally will fall asleep right at the wheel, so I have to constantly be doing things to keep myself engaged. Fortunately, or unfortunately, I guess you could say, I was lucky enough to live in several different countries as I grew up, so I got to experience both living in an area where it rains a lot as well as living in an area where it snows a lot. I'm used to like pretty much driving in all conditions, but living in Washington State has showed me that just people don't know how to drive in the rain, and that makes me like live on a constant state of fear whenever it's raining. I am hyper vigilant. I will not look down at my phone even to look at the because I mean I've hydroplaned and I have experience in the rain, and that was horrifying. Believe it or not, a semi merged into me, and I don't know what was up with the rain that day. There was water all over the place, probably talking like at least an inch high. So, you know, as I went to turn, my car lost grip and I almost like started spinning, and I don't know what spirit got inside of my body that day that, dude, Paul Walker, he possessed me himself, managed to steer me right in the correct direction and save my goddamn life. That's my angel up there. Obviously, I got very lucky, and I say all of this to say that I want to believe that people are extra careful when we do have those extra hazardous conditions. But then you bring in Jack Doherty, and all of that seems to just go right out the window. If you don't know who Jack Doherty is, well, up until this point, you've been probably living a much happier existence. Jack Doherty is a big YouTuber slash streamer, known for his, how do I phrase this? He is known for his disruptive pranks, let's call it that. He was even on Dr. Phil in 2020, where he was criticized. He is definitely 100% one of those guys that gets a rush out of doing things that he's not supposed to do. The guy has also been caught saying ableist slurs on camera, as well as potentially saying the N-word, even though he claims that he was just saying hater. But people slowed it down, and, you know, for the most part, they're unconvinced. He was involved in a lawsuit after his bodyguard assaulted someone at a David Dobrik party. His bodyguard, I guess, punched Chase Gardella, who's a friend of Karina Kopf. All over the place. Definitely the kind of person you want around your kids, you know, really steer them in the right direction. Our kids, they need guidance. And whenever I seek guidance, I always like to look for people like Jack Doherty who really have their heads put on straight. They really know what they want out of life, and they're not afraid to go out there and get it. But now that you know a little bit more about Jack, let's get to the meat of the matter here. The real reason why I brought you here, which probably some of you have already heard about. But while streaming in his McLaren, just driving through the rain, this man was texting, driving, believe it or not, just looking down, somehow also recording him. I'm not sure what the situation there was, if he had it mounted or if a friend had it. All that matters is he was driving, he was on his phone, and then he crashes because he hydroplaned, because he's not paying attention. I've been in a car crash, and I remember in the moment of it happening, I saw that I was fine. I instantly got out to check if the other person was fine, and then after that I was like, damn, this really happened. I could have died. You know, I feel like pretty natural reaction. I called the cops, got them to come out here. The girl got checked out because the person I crashed with, it was a girl. She was definitely fazed by the whole situation. And then we went our merry ways. And I just remember, I don't know if I was necessarily disturbed, but I was extra quiet that day. Let's just put it that way. And that to say that I don't understand what the was going on through Jack Doherty's head. Because this man gets in the car crash, doesn't even go to check if his passenger's okay. Because there was a guy with him in the car when they crashed. People come over, obviously they're concerned, so they head over to try to help him. This man grabs his camera, and one thing that I will give to him, the fact that he knows how to frame a shot. This man, he pulls out his camera the whole time, getting all the angles as he records himself. A man reaches out to him to try to help pull him out of the car. This man says, "Here, hold the camera. Make sure you get the crash. Be careful with the camera." Homie is more concerned about the camera, gets out of the car, just keeps recording himself and the car. I guess in his head he was thinking, well, I already crashed this car, I might as well try to make that money back with this video. Oh, he's probably thinking headlines. Oh, Jack Doherty gets in a car crash. Prank gone wild. Not clickbait or whatever. He's like, oh, this one's about to do the rounds on YouTube. People really gonna fuck with this. And yeah, that's what happened. Jack Doherty went on to make $2 million. He eloped with his lover of many years to Italy, and now they're living in a beach somewhere, just enjoying their lives. That's not what happened. He got banned. Which, come on. I feel like if you're genuinely surprised that he got banned over something like that, that speaks more of who you are as a person. This man was so unconcerned about the person who was with him, and all he cared about is the content. Homie is so content brained that he just went through probably one of the scariest moments in his life, and the only thing going on through his head is, hey, I should probably get this on camera. That is crazy. That is insane. That is banana. That's bananas. BANANAS. I fear for the future. Sometimes I feel like the more we get involved with technology, the further we stray from being humans. We just become more and more empty. It almost feels like we're flesh-bound robots at this point, just completely uncaring about our fellow human. But hey, you get the free clicks, right? That shit goes hard. Who cares about tomorrow as long as I'm making money today? People have no foresight for the future. They really just do stuff without a single thought. People are wild, y'all. Be safe out there. If y'all are driving, or even if you're not, if you see the person who's driving, and this goes for anybody who's in the car with me, because I fear, unfortunately, I am very easily distractible, but if you see the person that's driving and they are not paying attention to the road, I don't know, get on their case or something, because it's not just their life, it's yours as well. And there's already enough crazy drivers out there without you adding to that bunch. So show them this. Show this to your favorite irresponsible driver. That is all for today, guys. I hope you guys had a couple of laughs at the very least. What do you guys think about this whole situation? I feel like I keep talking about it, but YouTube and just content online is deteriorating at an alarming speed, and I'm scared, guys. Someone hold me, please. Anyways, I will catch you guys later. Subtly Artistic out. Peace out.